Gran Turismo on your phone. It sounds too good to be true, right? The promise of modern Gran Turismo, not some old emulator version, but Gran Turismo 7, where you can actually drive with proper controls, proper joysticks. You can actually drive fast. Is it possible? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you what I found out. So what you're seeing here is something I saw for the first time in Las Vegas at the Consumer Electronics Show. I went to Las Vegas to see the world's latest and greatest technology, and this really stood out for me. It's called the Mcon Snap, and it actually does snap, like has a proper snapping thing, which is a bit old school. And in order to play Gran Turismo through this, we need to make a few things happen. So first of all, I snap my phone to it, and it has like the MagSafe or whatever thing that iPhones have. So this is an iPhone, and I first booted up like an iPhone racing game, and it's absolutely rubbish. The game is rubbish, can't remember what it's called. The experience is rubbish. What we want to experience is Gran Turismo. So here you can see this is the first time I'm driving Gran Turismo on my phone with this Mcon Snap thing, okay? And I really struggled. I was like, okay, this technically works. I'm going to explain how it works, by the way. It technically works, but I can't really drive. Like, if you have a look at my driving, you can see I'm very rough going through the gears. I'm very harsh with my steering. I seem to be like a bit delayed. I seem to be trying to catch stuff too late, and it's not really a viable experience, this. So I had to fix it. So, and I do fix it, and I'm even going to show you ACC as well. And ACC is a proper sim racing game where people say you can't really drive on controller. You can see you have another mistake as well. So this is how it works, and this is how I fixed it. This is all using my iPhone and the PS Remote Play app, and I have this and it's connected to my PlayStation. You can do it locally or you can do it over the internet, and it's pretty good. In my experience, this is probably better than the xCloud thing from Xbox. It just seems to be better for gaming. I have a feeling that the xCloud is almost better for streaming a PowerPoint for some reason, but this seems to work for gaming quite nicely. And there's a few setting changes I made in the app in terms of having higher resolution, which also seems to benefit the actual frame rate as well, and the latency. It just seemed to be much closer together. And now you can see I can actually drive here. Now obviously this isn't going to be a match for me being on a really expensive pair of pedals and wheel, etc. But that's not the point. This is literally on my phone, and because it MagSafes onto it, it's something that I can keep in my pocket. I can keep all this in my pocket, I can snap it out. I actually had the original PlayStation phone. I'm that much of a hardcore gamer that I had the original PlayStation phone, and that was problematic for many reasons, but one of them was because the controller, the joysticks, were like capacitive like touchpads, and it meant you couldn't really do too much with it. It was a bit funny though, because it had two of them, and the PSP only had one of them, so you could it was actually better set up for most games. Here, as you can see on the left-hand side, this has proper joysticks. Like, that has proper thumbsticks, joysticks, whatever you want to call them, you know, similar to the PlayStation controller you can see on the right-hand side. And this is how it works. So you snap it out, it automatically turns on, it connects to your iPhone. You can see there's a little notification there. You can then control your PlayStation with, depending on your internet, really minimal lag, and you can go into your sim racing titles and you can play them. So that got me thinking, can I even do ACC? Like, how good actually is this? And by the way, it has triggers on the back. So this is a full setup, and you can see me like snapping it and unsnapping it. It's really satisfying to snap it, especially with one finger, if you can. Just like press that button and it snaps up, if I can get there. So this is ACC. This is a proper sim. I'm in the cockpit. There's going to be no hiding here. Like, either this is going to work or it's not going to work. And by the way, this is not a sponsored video. I haven't been paid any money by Mcon. They don't even know I'm making this video. I just asked for a sample unit to see if it would work in sim racing, and we're going to find out now in ACC, in the rain, in the 488. Now, I have driven this car in real life, so this is kind of crazy. Like, from driving this car IRL to driving it on my phone is the two most extreme options you can get. And it's not bad. Like, I can roughly drive. Now, there are big drawbacks. The triggers are not really designed for racing games, in my opinion. So you definitely need to have traction control and ABS if you can. I think driving without TC and ABS is going to be very difficult because you need that assistance to help you modulate. If I was on a wheel, a steering wheel, I could modulate without need for traction control. If I had pedals, I could modulate without need for ABS. That's not the case here. But the way the thumbsticks work, and the general lack of like noticeable, I don't know about noticeable, but the lack of bad latency, like it just kind of works, does make this plausible. And what that means is, I showed you in this video earlier like a racing game on the iPhone, like a native racing game. I don't even know what it was called. Apologies to the developers there, but it was just rubbish. Like, I really didn't like it. Whereas now I can actually play full grade console games. And I have a PlayStation Portal. I have a PlayStation Portal, which is a really cool thing from Sony that is basically like a controller with stretched out with a screen in the middle. But that is not, ironically, portable, really. I also have a Lenovo Legion Go that has proper controls and everything. It's not really that portable. If I want to take my Lenovo Legion Go with me when I travel, it takes up a huge amount of space in my backpack, like a huge amount of space. This won't. Like, this just works. It means I can play console games on the go. Yes, to not as high a quality as standard as on my PlayStation directly, but if I have access to my PlayStation, obviously I should play on my PlayStation. And if I have a rig, obviously I should play on my rig. But if you're visiting family, if you're traveling, and if you've importantly got that internet connection, you can do things like this. And again, I'm showing you ACC here just to show that it is possible to do something sim racing wise, but you could also be, you know, creating liveries or updating your setups or just doing like the unfortunate admin that you have to do in modern gaming that I generally don't like. Now, would I recommend this? I don't know if I'd recommend it yet, because it just kind of worked for me. The connection just worked and the Bluetooth thing all worked and the latency's good. But there's so much of that's down to my connections and the internet speed I have and all of that. And the phone is like, you know, it worked on my iPhone. Maybe it's a bit different. I don't even know if it works on Android or not, but I just tried it on iPhone. So your mileage may definitely vary on this. But if you do want a PlayStation phone to play, this is a better combination than the PlayStation phone I had, the Xperia Play phone. This is 100% better because the phone itself is just an iPhone, which is better, and the controller is better because the triggers are better and the thumbsticks are better. So this is something where you've seen me review a lot of tech out of CES, right? A lot of the glasses and these kind of things, and there's a lot more coming, by the way. So if you like monitors and projectors and stuff, that's all coming. But this is one of the ones that stays in my backpack. It takes up no space in my backpack, it stays in there, and a little bit like the glasses, it just adds to the experience. The glasses make watching a movie or, you know, just like browsing on a plane, it just makes it nicer, a better experience. This makes gaming just a better experience than natively on your phone, and it doesn't take up too much space. So it's called the OSnap Mcon, the OSnap controller from Mcon. I don't know too much else about it. Like I said, this is not a sponsored video or something like that where I've been sent a, you know, product sheet. I'm just telling you how it works for sim racing, and it does work. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. What are your pros and cons in this? And I'll see you in the next one.